Guys, my name is Gabriela, and basically, this is my first video ever talking like this. Who am I? I'm just a regular girl that really loves to connect with other people through deeper conversations. I'm just a mix of everything basically, but I have a side to me that really enjoys, having like very genuine, deeply connections. And I was just thinking one day, like, why shouldn't I just start this little series where I just have a cup of tea, coffee, whatever? Because it's when you have these meetings with your friends, family, where you're just sharing, talking in a very chill environment. Where is when you talk the most, I feel like. For now, it's just having a little cup of tea with me. It's early in the it's not so early, but it's in the morning. And I was, let me just start and do it now today. And what's the purpose of this is just to like basically connect to, because I know there's other people out there that feels also a little bit lost. So I'm like, you know what, I love to talk. I really love, like I said, I love to connect with people through conversations, and like just when I talk, I help myself a lot also. So this is a little bit for you, but also for me. Today I want to talk about last year, what lessons I had, what I'm trying to not bring back to this year. And last year, honestly, it was a very emotional year for me. It was like such a roller coaster until the end. I realized I had so much stuff that I hadn't like processed through the years. It was last year that I feel like everything just hit me. Now when I think back to it, because when I was in that moment I didn't really realize it. But today when I'm sitting here and I'm analyzing and thinking about how last year was for me, I really think, and I'm like, shit, I was so lost. I lacked a lot of like self love, like self respect. I was just not taking care of me basically. I was going out a lot, I was drinking a lot. And in that moment, it was easier to keep doing that instead of doing the real work, like, because sometimes when you have these emotions are so uncomfortable and you don't even know how to talk about it. And instead of putting yourself in a uncomfortable situation, of course you choose the easiest way, and that's like just like do other stuff that's gonna make you be busy in that moment, so you don't need to think about your problems basically. And that's what I've been doing. I feel like I've been doing that since, like, I think since 2020. So imagine it was 5 years of luggage, and last year everything just bam hit me. Rock bottom. I felt so lonely, like so lonely, and didn't know like what my purpose was. I was so no motivated. I tried to, go to the gym and do stuff, but at the same time, I feel like I wasn't feeling myself, I wasn't like fulfilling me. I still did stuff, but the purpose of everything I was doing was just to make me busy, so I didn't think about the real work I needed to put down. But then I hit rock bottom. I was in a situationship, and this situationship made me realize like I was lost. I was so like eager, to be seen, to love, to feel loved. That was just searching for literally crumbs. Like, and I was accepting stuff that I would never accept. I knew that this person is not meant for me. In this kind of relationship, that's like basically like drugs. You know it's bad, but you are still there and you are eager to get this, and you cannot leave it. Is so hard, and that was the first time for me to feel it this deeply and intense. And it made me change. I was changing. I was like shutting down. I was like over explaining and try to minimize me and all this kind of stuff. It was just a mess. I don't want to go so much in detail as it's my first episode. Start slowly. That made me realize that I wasn't feeling good, because it wasn't me. I wasn't feeling happy. I was not happy. Honestly, it's gonna sound very like, but I'm just gonna be raw. You can judge me if you want. So I wasn't feeling good, right? So it would have been nice to talk with someone, like, therapist or someone that could help me, that has gone to school to try to help people with these kind of emotions. But as we human beings want stuff easy, just the making a call, making an appointment seems so like, oh, so I didn't do. But I discovered like some time ago ChatGPT basically, and ChatGPT can help you with your essays, with your like job appointments and everything, but also can make you like get a little bit of a sense of what you're thinking, kinda. And honestly, like I said, judge me if you want. It helped me. Like I said, when I talk, and then when I listen back to it, I it's like I see it from another perspective, and that's basically what I was doing. I talked to my ChatGPT. It write down my thoughts and my emotions and everything, explained it me a little bit, like and I was like, shit, that's insane. Like, why am I doing that to me? Why am I like putting myself in this situation where I feel so sad and I feel so bad, and like it's like I know what I deserve. Like I know I need somebody to see me as who I am. But then I started to realize when you are in situations with people, with jobs, like whatever, where you are not happy and you are accepting this, you cannot put the blame on the other person. There is no one to put the blame, basically. You need just to take accountability and responsibility of your own well being. So, in that point, it was not why he did that to me, why he was acting like that. It was more like, why did I let that happen to me? Like, from where did I come and stay in that situation and just accepted so much damage, basically? And that's when I started to like analyze and think more, and I'm like, shit, but this goes from way back. It wasn't him that made me feel like shit. I was already in a really bad position. That's why I accepted somebody that wasn't giving me what I deserved. I was so empty. I felt so lonely. I was so unhappy with myself that I was just, taking whatever little piece of love I could get. And that's when the change came. Change is scary, it's big time scary. But if you don't make the change, you're just gonna keep in the same situation. Then you are choosing basically to stay there. It was up to me to make that change. So I was okay. Either I'm gonna sit here and be, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me, or I do something about it. So I did. I became so much more disciplined. I knew that me being around certain people, me being around certain like environments trigged me. And for me, the first thing that I was like, being very disciplined, it was like the partying and the alcohol. Sensitive and emotional, and mix that with alcohol, for me, game over. Just being in this party environment and going out and stuff like that, it was also pretty much like, yeah. So I took like, it's gonna sound maybe crazy because maybe some of you doesn't even go out, but me, I was big party girl. I still love me a party, like don't get me wrong, but I do it now with like thought behind it, and so that at that point, because it was my basically escape for my reality, I needed to be drastic. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna drink and I'm not gonna go out. So I didn't go out and I didn't drink for like around 1 month. And for me, that was big. It was like shit, especially when you live in a country with every social meeting you have with a glass of wine, you know? And I didn't go out either. I didn't socialize like that. I was like very, with myself. Um, and then slowly I started to like also go back to the gym, also because I was thinking I have just one body. I've been giving this body just alcohol, party, no sleep, very bad food. And on top of that, I haven't even like taken care of my mental health. Like what the hell? I start to eat better, like I start to train more. Yeah, everything just start falling, in place. I still had my days. I was missing this person also, and I was trying to reach out. But I think it's also like a part of the change. Every experience I have lived is just a lesson. And it's up to me to choose if I want to learn from that and make it something positive out of it, or if I just want to stay in my little home and just see myself as a victim. It's not easy. It's hard work. It's tough. It's a lot of tears, screams, fights with yourself. It's a lot of stuff, and it's never gonna be easy. Life is about changes, and there is a lot of people that are scared of that, of change. It's just about taking the positive thing out of it, of the change, and using it for something good. That's how I see it. This is mainly my personal opinion. I learned also, I have, like I said, all this trauma, all these things that been happening is been from way back. And then I go, if I even think even deeper, sometimes the ways I act is because of my childhood, is because of how I was raised. I'm an immigrant kid that came to Sweden like when I was around 9, 10, and I didn't have any stability until a later age. It's a lot of stuff that's just been that I now today I want just to take it, with grace, and see it something like as something big. Shit, I did that. I came here. I have come to this point. I have learned. I have get more knowledge and use it for something good for me and for whoever wants to hear. And now I'm just trying to learn more, keep on this track of being disciplined with myself, consistency in every ways, because when you are in this mindset, not just for you, I feel like everything aligns. Love, work, money, family, everything. And I want to bring with me to this year, be positive. Because if you are already in this negative mindset, whatever you're gonna bring back is negativity. Which eyes you see life is how it's gonna play, basically. If you see your life very depressed, if you see your life like everything is negative, like poor me as a victim, and you don't do nothing, you are not giving it space for it to be better. You're not giving any chance for whatever you believe. You believe in God, if you believe in like universe energy, you're not giving it space because you already chose like it's shit, so it's gonna be shit. Once again, this is my own opinion, my own experiences, guys. Like, I don't know if there is someone that is gonna feel they're gonna feel seen and related to this. I hope there is, and if there is not, well, I'm gonna keep posting, like I said. I'm gonna try to do my little best to make other people's lives a little bit better. Also for me, it's way of, because I have been telling myself I want to do YouTube, I want to share. I didn't know what to share, I didn't know what to talk about, and also the what if people find me, my family, friends, work, whatever. But at this point, I'm gonna do this as a test for myself. I want to do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna share, and whoever wants to hear it, good, and whoever doesn't want to, it's okay too. But I'm gonna be happy with myself. I'm gonna try to be as consistent as I can. If you're more intrigued to see a little bit more of me, I'm gonna put my socials down, and give it a like, and subscribe if you want to be in this little community, and comment like other topics we can talk about. And I don't know, I want to hear your people's experiences, because this is the whole idea of me being here and sharing. And yeah, I hope you really liked it, and I see you next time.